to go through the presentation, then we're going to jump in and I'm going to ask you guys individual questions about your business and we'll go from there. So again, Alex Quin. You guys could follow me on Instagram. That's Alex Quin with one N. I'm pretty active on there. You guys can find me on LinkedIn, Facebook, or listen to the Hustle Inspire Hustle podcast anywhere, first and foremost, right? So I'm going to give you a little bit of background. I specialize in digital marketing. I've built and scaled over 15 brands. I have 7 years of experience doing this. So I've seen it all. I've been there in the trenches. I've done everything that I have to do to pretty much position myself as a leading digital marketer and be able to be successful based off doing that, right? I'm a member of the Forbes Agency Council. For those of you who don't know what that is, it's a council of PR and advertising executives that are recognized by Forbes and accredited in the United States and worldwide as people who are leading in their industry. So I have that accreditation, very proud of that. Got that when I was 22 years old. I still have it today, so that was pretty exciting. I've worked as an agency. I've worked with Adidas, Nike, Six Rent-A-Car, HCrack. I mentioned some of the brands before, but as a public figure outside of my agency, I've become popular in my space and I speak around the world. So I've been able to do deals myself with companies like Tile, K-Swiss, McLaren, VaynerMedia. Raise your hand if you guys know Vaynerchuk. Yes. Okay, cool. So I've been able to do some cool projects with them. We recorded a podcast at Vayner about 2 weeks ago that's going to be coming out soon. So we stay active in the digital marketing space. We know what's going on in the industry. First of all, let's talk about mindset, okay? Mindset is very important. We talked about that. That's what's keeping us from growing most of the time. Our mindset, keeping us from growing in business, keeping us from growing in personal relationships. All around it affects our day-to-day life. Law of attraction. If you have negative thoughts, you're going to attract negative shit. If you have positive thoughts and you're outspoken and you're out there trying to make moves, you're obviously going to attract that type of energy into your life. And it comes in the form of human beings, right? If you're attracting great energy, you're attracting great people. I have great people here around me that show a lot of support to my business. We have Michelle, we have Goose, we have Vova. Carlos is somewhere back there. We all just got back from from Los Angeles together. We were hosting a mastermind in Los Angeles with NetCon, and we all went as a group. So we surround ourselves with each other, and we continue to hold each other accountable in order for us to continue growing together. Let's go to the next slide. Okay, next one. Okay, so we already talked about this, writing down your problems. Guys, please write down every single issue that you're having and address it one by one. Don't be afraid to ask for feedback. There's no stupid questions. People that are more experienced than you, even people on social media, on LinkedIn, don't be afraid to ask for help, because a lot of the times people are like with me, people try to contact me trying to get on the podcast or get a video or try to get something that's just to benefit them in a specific way that doesn't make sense for our communication. But in other times, people genuinely just want to ask questions because they want to learn and they want to be successful and they're on the right track. And I always reply and write to people on what they could do, give them feedback on their projects. So don't be afraid to ask people for feedback on something that you've created. If you created a video, if you created a pitch, if you created a product, show it to people and ask them what they think about it. Because ultimately we fall in love with our product so much and the idea of what we're doing that we tend to become blinded by it and we don't realize the mistakes or we don't realize the things that we need to fix because we're so deep in it. So an outside-in perspective is very important sometimes. That's why it's great to have mentors, because mentors have no reason to fluff you up. They're going to give you shit straight like it is. Like if you guys talk to me, you show me something and I don't like it, I don't like it. I'm not trying to make you feel good. My job is not to make you feel good. My job is to tell you what you're fucking up in so you could fix it, so you could be successful with me and we could all grow together. So that's the type of people you want to be around, not yes man and people that tell you you're doing great and enabling your bad habits. You need to surround yourself with people who call you out and tell you, yo, fix it, or don't talk to me until you don't fix it, or we can't have this meeting until you address that, right? Because you need to be accountable for what you're doing. Right? Be prepared also. Always think ahead. Every time you're going to make a move, think ahead. If you're going to reach out to somebody, who are they? What do they like? Who is on their team? Where are they usually traveling to? What issues is their company currently having? Know all of these things before a meeting so you have ammo. Something that's very important in business is called objection handling, right? And we learned this from one of our mentors, Jeremy Haynes, and from many books that we like to read and stay active from. And it's before you go into a meeting, you could probably imagine what objections your client is going to have. Why they're going to tell you they can't afford it, why they're going to tell you it's not the right time. There's so many different things that they're going to object, and as long as you have those objections in mind before you go into the meeting, you know how to have the proper response so you can have a frictionless conversation that leads to a better outcome, right? Make a checklist of all the red flags too. Every time you meet with a client or somebody, the quality of your life, it shouldn't be, you can't compromise the quality of your life, right? So every time you're going to work with somebody, anytime you're going to get into a relationship with somebody, business partner, hire somebody, keep keep top of mind red flags. What things have you dealt with before in your lifetime or in your business that have been negative or haven't given you a good outcome? And is this person giving you signs that they're gonna, pretty much red flags? What red flags are you finding? If you're finding too many red flags and you're already feeling uncomfortable or like it's not gonna go in the right direction, it's probably not. So you either address it immediately by communicating well or remove yourself from the situation. There's a lot of opportunity out there. And as entrepreneurs, we usually have shiny object syndrome and we want to jump from thing to thing, or everything seems like a great opportunity and I have to do it, or I'm going to miss out on this. You're not going to miss out on anything. The only thing you're going to do is you're going to waste time, right? So really find what's important and what you want to be the best at. And once you become successful and really make a name for yourself, establish a foundation where you're making good money in business, then start branching out into other things that are going to help you pretty much put together long-term wealth. So you don't want to just have nice money to just buy something nice and buy yourself a nice car or buy yourself a nice watch. You actually want to have money so you have money for retirement, because everybody's getting old, right? And everybody knows somebody that's old that doesn't have anything and is struggling right now. You don't want to be that old person. So right now while you're young, you got to take care of those things, and you do that by holding yourself accountable and all of these things that I've talked about, and keeping top of mind red flags. People that don't have the vibe are not allowed in your life. You got to cut the anchors. If they're not supporting you, they're not seeing your vision, they're encouraging your bad habits, they got to go. They don't believe in the vision, they bring you down, they make you feel like you're stupid, they got to go. Because that's only showing the limits of their mind. They think that they can't do it, so they think that you can't do it. And those are the people that you can't keep around, because they're always going to keep weighing you down. Next slide. Seek mistakes as an opportunity to improve. You're not doomed to continue making the same mistakes. A lot of people in the hood, this is something that you usually see in the hood, is they think that there's no way out. Okay? I didn't grow up in the hood, but I'm filming I'm executive producing a film right now in Miami called Take a Ride Miami. Okay? We're talking about the dangers of mental health and the experience of young kids with mental health issues getting a hold of guns in Miami and shooting each other at the age of 12 and 13. People in these situations feel like there is no way out. You know, maybe they don't have the right role models. They feel like they're always going to be on the block selling drugs. That doesn't necessarily have to be the way. Everybody has a way out of a bad situation. All you got to do is walk away from it. In a lot of situations, nothing's holding you back except your fear of doing something new. So you just got to make sure that you're open-minded to always finding that positivity in your life. So take a look around you. Are you surrounded by winners? Right now, you guys are making a great decision, because you guys could be home right now, chilling, drinking, whatever it is that you do on a Thursday night. Thursday night? Yes. Whatever you do on a Thursday night, you could be doing it right now, but you're spending your evening here trying to learn from a bunch of people you don't know, because you're seeking to get the answers as to what you need to do to be successful. So you guys are already making the first right step, whether you're somebody that's here as a speaker or whether you're somebody that's here listening. It's an equal exchange of value. Just because I'm up here teaching you doesn't mean that I'm not getting something out of this, right? I'm teaching you, I'm being able to help other people, I'm making myself available to you. We're filming content. This is going to go on the internet forever. I might be able to make a podcast episode out of this, might throw it down as a clip. So we're all learning and helping each other, and that's the type of environment you want to be around. You want to be around problem solvers, not people that make problems, right? If you're around people that all they do is make excuses or give you the reasons why this doesn't work, that's not the right person. Maybe they need to tell you what's not working, but they need to give you a solution as to why it isn't working, or they're no good in your team or in your life. And one thing to be aware of is if you're feeling drained and frustrated around the people that you're keeping in your company, that's what you're going to feel as long as you surround yourself with people like that. That's all you're going to see. So know your audience, right? Not only for the people that you're going to work with or surround yourself with, but the people that you're going to sell to. The type of individual and leader and entrepreneur you're going to be is going to reflect upon your audience, and people are going to see that. And people make purchases and make decisions based off of emotion. And if people have good emotions towards you, feel like they connect well towards you, they're going to be more likely to listen to you and to do business with you, right? So first of all, you got to figure out every single problem your business needs to solve, right? Once you figure out that problem, put yourself in the shoes of the person that's going to receive the service. What do they want to see? What do they want to get? Have they lost money before? If maybe I work in marketing, right? So a lot of people that I work with have worked with other marketing companies who screwed them over and didn't pay them, or they have bad situations. So already my clients have a bias. Marketing companies take your money. Marketing companies don't make your money back. Marketing companies are all talk and no walk, right? So what I have to do is I have to be prepared. I have to have the right case studies. I have to show what I've done already. I have to show how I've helped people. I have to show testimonials. I have to show my 22 publications on Forbes.com. I have to show my Inc. accreditation. I have to show my podcast that's listened to in 45 countries around the world. I have to show all of these things to establish authority. I have to show them videos of me speaking in front of people, showing that people want to listen to what I'm saying. I have to show all of these things, right? So whenever you're getting into a specific business, you want to make sure you become an authority in that niche. What are you doing that other people aren't doing? How are you going above and beyond? You don't have to be the biggest guy. You just have to be the guy or girl that does the best job. And that's where word of mouth is going to come in. That's where you're going to start growing organically, and you're always going to have business. Next one. Okay, next one. Okay. We already talked about SWOT analysis. By the way, SWOT analysis, I have a template I'm going to send you guys. At the end of the presentation, I'm going to give you guys all my phone number so you guys can text me, and it's going to immediately put you in my contacts and send you every single thing that we drop towards business development free. I'm not trying to sell you anything, okay? So focus on your own business. There's a lot of competition, and you got to keep your eye on the competition, but don't become obsessed with beating the competition. Otherwise, you become them. And we talk about carbon footprints and shit like that before. That sounded great, bro. That was awesome. That was really, really cool. You don't want to do that. You don't want to become a carbon copy of somebody else. You want to be original while still keeping an eye on the competition, so you know what's coming up, but always being one step ahead. Don't become obsessed with what other people are doing. What people really are attracted to is being genuine and being original. As long as you're original and you have your own twist to how you do things and don't give a shit what people say, people are going to like that. They're going to be like, okay, I want to listen to this person. They're not scared to speak their mind. They're not scared to say what they got to say. They're not a follower. They're a leader. They say what they have to say, right? Next. Okay, business tools and books. Okay, so I'm gonna give you guys some book recommendations and some business tools that you could use as well, which I'm gonna send you guys, so you guys could either write it down or wait for the email. But SEMrush, okay, great freemium tool that you could use, and you could actually look up keywords, semrush.com, look up keywords in your specific industry. So if you're in real estate and you're looking for real estate consulting, look up how many people are looking real estate consulting in Miami or in New York or in the Tri-County area, and it'll be able to give you how many people are looking for it and give you a little bit better idea if there's a need in the market for it that you could fill. Okay, Uber Suggest is another great one where you could look for keywords and it's free. Keywords Everywhere is a plugin that you could put on your Google Chrome that every time you make a Google search for anything, it tells you how many people are looking for it. So it gives you an idea of how popular that topic is. That's about $10 a month, but if you're in the business of finding out what your people want, then $10 a month is not that much of an investment in my eyes, because you guys spend a lot of money going out and drinking anyways, or whatever you do. Or Netflix, right? Okay, next one. Okay, so this is a lot of information, so you don't have to apply it all in one day, and things can get cluttered because my mind is running at 1,000,000 miles per hour. I'm sure you guys is too, trying to accomplish all the things you want to accomplish. So take some time. I recommend you download the Headspace app, get a little bit of a meditation going. I've traveled around the entire planet to speaking. I'm telling you guys, I've met some of the most successful people around the world, and two things that I realized that most of these successful people do is yoga and meditating. I don't know what the combination in those two things is, but these people all do it and it works for them, and I've started doing it and it works for me. It helps you find peace of mind and helps you get disconnected from all the clutter and all the social media and what are people thinking about me and do I have enough money, and it's just turning your brain off and restarting it. You're just refreshing everything. So that's a really great one. Another thing is we talked about before is, and I'm sorry I'm going fast guys, but we gotta move, all right? Audible. If you guys don't like reading books because it's boring, listen to some audio books. If they're going too slow, speed it up to 1.5% or 1.75%, listen to it faster. But consume books. Consume books about whatever you want to learn in. There's books about everything. And those books are years, sometimes 20, 30, 40 years of somebody's experience into one 8-hour experience that you could consume and be able to learn from. So don't sleep on books. Another tool, if you want to book clients, if you want to keep track of your pipeline, your emails, your proposals, every single thing, I use a great tool called honeybook.com. It's a very, very easy tool to help you systemize your business. Very cool to use. You guys, if you guys want to use it, you guys can get 50% off the entire service using code Alex on honeybook.com. So check that out. Go to the next one. Few books to read. First of all, The One Thing. Make sure you guys look that up. This book will help you find the one thing you need to do in your business to make sure you're the most successful. I'm sure all of you guys are used to seeing a shitload of things on your to-do list and they never seem to go away. Well, within that list of things to do, there's one of the most important things that we seem to not realize is in there because we're so cluttered by everything else. This book will help you find that. Make sure you guys check that out. Another great book is The Surrender Experiment by Michael A. Singer. It'll help you make peace with what life gives you and make the best out of it. A lot of the times we find ourselves complaining about the situation that we're in or about the situation that we're not in, and we fail to realize that we need to be living in the present, making the best of what we have, and that will help us be more successful. That's another great book for that. Another great book is Profit First. That book will help you systematize your bank accounts. A lot of people run their bank accounts their business bank accounts from one account. It really shouldn't be that way. It should be several accounts that are interconnected, working with each other. Every time a deposit is made, money is taken out for taxes, investments, owners pay, everything else that you need to do, and it's all interconnected and it does it for you. That way you never go over budget because the bank accounts are already maxed where they need to be, and it forces you to stay within certain limits because a lot of people don't know how to manage money, right? We've all dealt with it. We don't know how to manage money and we screw ourselves. It's happened to everybody at one point. This book will help you find it.